the new Lunar Eclipse, and more importantly, that Greater Super Poly. Oh, we're flipping all your stuff face down. Alright, let me go make a sandwich because they're going to be playing DDDs. We're going to hit that 10-minute ad rev. Let's go. Great start to the video because this deck just takes a very long time. All it really does is special summon a bunch of monsters. But as long as they're face down, they can exist. All I really need at this point, because Greater Poly is from the hand or field, so I can E-Call Stratos, Solid Soldier, bam, hit him up with the, I can hit him with Lunar Eclipse, get rid of Dark Column because I don't really need it. If there is even problematic monster, but then I just Greater Poly. This is gonna be the fastest game ever after he takes 10 minutes for his play. This new build of heroes, guys, is so cool with Greater Poly because Greater Polymerization lets you summon your Trinity, and it has 5,000 attack, and it does piercing. So basically what we're going to do is be able to negate 2 monsters, or just get more damage in. The DDDs, most of them are just special summon, but I want to say that there's probably newer DDDs, and I have not read all of them. Or, well, I probably did for videos, but I haven't read all of them recently. So, once Purity Shuffle, okay. As long as it doesn't say Quick Effect, I'm not even going to bother reading the rest of the card. Unless it says it like, and negates all monster effects, which I doubt. Like I said, as far as I'm aware of DDDs, they're not like a bad deck, but I don't think they throw up like 50 negates very, very often. But it's been a while since I've seen someone play them. Oh, okay, that was it. Oh, well, I mean, there's no cards. I mean, I just flip these face down and like it's game over. Standby face chain. All right, I should probably read one of these. All right, so we have E-Call. We can Ferris, also bring back Solid. And if it's used for material, you can target a hero and summon it. So we have a lot of options here. So I'm guessing we don't need our Called by the Grave. And let me, which ones do I want to flip down? Pendulum Summon? Okay, that doesn't do anything. This one, it has too much text, so I'm gonna flip up that. I'm gonna flip that one down, and this one he'll take the most amount of damage from. And then it's gonna be game. Lunar Eclipse, fantastic card. And then so at this point, we just can go ahead and go for our E-Call. And we can make this complex and do a lot of stuff. Or we can make it really simple, and I can literally just go Stratos, search literally any hero monster, and so we'll make it easy here. All I need to do is go for my Stratos. And normally you think you go Solid Soldier, but remember, let's get that other effect, which is much better. All I need to do is summon Stratos. And then, yes, we want that effect, and we're gonna go add one of the hero monsters. We can add one of them that gains a benefit. Liquid Soldier, we're getting a bonus. We can do like basically whatever we want, which is really cool. And in fact, if I really wanted Dark Calling, we could do that too. But I'll try to keep it a little bit more simple here. So we'll go for Liquid Soldier because if it's used for a hero monster, you get that awesome ability, and then that would we can resummon things. Because remember, Stratos not a once per turn effect, which is awesome. So we'll go hit him up with that Greater Polymerization. And this is one of the new cards. And obviously you guys saw the new book, was it Lunar Book of Moon? So we use Liquid, Solid, and Stratos. We can also use Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist will also get a proc effect. So pretty much like everything here. So we summon our Trinity. It's got 5,000 attack and it does piercing. That's important. And now we get the double effects. If we want to, we're just gonna go ahead and draw. Do we need to, we can discard this, it doesn't really matter at this point. Yeah. If we want to chain the pollen, I think we're good. I think we're a-okay. And the most important part is that we can go ahead and attack 3 times. And remember, with 5,000 in piercing and the monster's face down, it's pretty much going to be game over. I try to keep it simple for you. No, we're good. No, we still don't need to do poly. So we took 3,500 damage from that. And we can go attack the other face-down monster, and since this was a Link monster, I didn't even bother reading the rest of the part of the effects of this. But we'll attack into this, bam, and that's game. Now, we still have another attack, and we can still do some other things, but that was like the basic combo of the deck over there. But now that you guys have seen this, I want to go show you guys some extra gameplays that I got that were a little bit more longer, and we have some other stuff. So let me go to my replays here, as I had a few okay things to show off. This one was versus a Marincess guy that made like relatively, I mean, it's like Marincess where like they make the monster and they summon it with Crystal Heart. So I'll share off some more gameplay, and then I'll also give you guys the deck profile for this if you guys would like it. As I'm still kind of testing it out, the whole point is to really test out with the new book card. Now, unfortunately, with the book card, there's one huge downside. It must be 2 monsters. You can't do an up to. So if you run into the situation where there's only 1 monster and you want to activate it, well, you can't do it. So this is basically the core concept of the combo, which you guys already saw. You guys saw how fast it was. But this duel will go on for a little bit longer. But it's fast forwarded because, you know, it's the replay file. So I didn't want to make it a soul deck. I would normally play this with like the Nemesis Umbrella engine, which can open up with like better negate heavy stuff, but I mean the deck is pretty fast at doing, you know, go for a Vision Hero Trinity, use its effect. In fact, I was at one point playing the Ojama stuff, and the reason why I played the Ojama stuff was to give them the tokens, but then I realized, one, the Lunar Eclipse is much faster, right? Because you can do it on, you know, I OTK'd him, and that was only attacking 2 monsters. Remember, he can attack a second and third attack. It's weird. It says second and third attack. He can't attack directly though, but that's fine because you can either let your opponent go first, or if you really want to make this deck a little bit better, and I'll explain some of the other things I was trying out in the beginning as I was playing, again, Ojama Trio, because I was going to give him the tokens if they just didn't have monsters, but he ends up with 400 life points because the Marincess have this ability to make it so they take no battle damage. So I call by the grave, I'm going for Vision Hero Trinity. This is another, I guess, example of what you can do in the deck. So we make the Cross Sheep, and then we can go for Malibane, and this card has the effect to resummon Shadow Mist that lets me add a quick play. Unfortunately, this is the only like thing I really go for. You can go for Mask Hero Acid, which is better, but I decided to run triple Super Poly to prevent my opponent from making my, like, you know, break my board kind of a decks. But Mask Hero Acid would probably have been the better play. I just didn't put it in here, but you guys can put it in there. I could recommend Mask Hero Acid too. It's a decent card. And if you want to play like Sunrise or combos, like there's a lot of other ways to play heroes, but the whole point of the video is to show you guys the new combo with, of course, that 1 new card. Sometimes all a deck needs is 1 new card to make it really good. And again, Vision Hero Trinity is one of those cards where it's really hype, you pull it off, and it's really good. Also, at this point, we weren't running the Ferris, which is something that you guys suggested, and I think it's a little bit better now. I mean, not going for Bow of the Goddess is totally fine in this version, although, again, if I was to take this deck seriously, I would just make it an Apollousa deck. I'd have, like, 4 negates with Apollousa, and then that way it has a better turn 1 play versus right now it's like either Dark Law pass, you can Dark Law add the Honest Neos. In fact, I was playing triple Honest Neos, and I was playing this other card, which I'll actually show off really quick because it's only in this gameplay where you guys get to see it. I was trying out Reinforcement of the Army's Troop because the whole point is just showing you guys the new cards for heroes here, and I thought this was an interesting card. At the end of the day, yeah, it's not the greatest because it's a slower card. But Reinforcement of the Army Troop, when an attack is declared involving a warrior monster, I can just special summon my cards, right? And if I special summon, let's say, like Shadow Mist, I get to add the quick play, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. It's like a different evolution of heroes. Honestly, it's a brick card. I probably don't recommend it because it's just too slow. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gotten way too fast this day and age whoops, this is the one we actually just recorded. But I wanted to show off, again, variations of it. This guy was playing, what the heck is this? I didn't even see what he's playing. I mean, okay, his deck looks like it. He's from another planet, okay? He should be playing aliens, but I just saw him make a Buster Blader. Like, you guys can laugh all you want at Buster Blader decks, but that deck sometimes beats you, all right? Like, when they have the combo, like, what do you even do? But, okay, now looking at it, it didn't really matter. Again, I'm just trying to show off other things. There's another card that you can go for to extend your combos with Mask Hero Dian to summon like Stratos, and you can go and actually do some pretty nasty stuff. But he just makes this, and it's just originally I was trying to run Honest Neos, but this is something I actually didn't know about. Honest Neos is actually going to be a target if you use your Dark Calling, which is, you know, a decent card. This is just making the Vision Hero Trinity. This letting me add a hero monster, and you can actually summon the Honest Neos with this, but I had to have it in the graveyard for that effect. So what I went ahead and did, just in case any of you guys run into this combo, because there's just something I just learned, because normally I just use Mali or of course Ferris because it requires a 5 higher, and then at this point I was able to still go for Malibane. Malibane, a really good card, and we just attacked for game over there. But there's like the basic idea of this deck. I mean, again, the important part is now we're gonna go ahead and hop into the deck profile for you guys. So let's hop right into it. So here we got the deck profile right now. There we go. So with the deck profile here, I will make some changes here for you guys. For content creation, I always put 3 Magical Mallet. Do you need this? Absolutely not. I would recommend not even running it. But I mean, at the end of the day, all you really need is it's just this card, because this card is not searchable. That's the downside with this card, because it's not just polymerization, it's greater polymerization. There is some support for regular poly, but yeah, this is a card that this is the main MVP of the deck. But let's go ahead and hop right into it. So I'm running 1 Honest Neos. Again, I was trying that like soldier card where it lets you special, and I probably wouldn't play it. Mali, I don't really like it at 2, but it is what it is. And then we've got our Vision Hero engine. So I'm running 2 Ferris. You could definitely increase it to 3 if you want to. Then I'm running 1 the Dusted Gold for, of course, the Malibane, and then 3 Stratos. That's a no-brainer. Liquid Soldier, fantastic card because when you get this effect, when you use it as material, you get to draw 2. You guys saw that in the gameplay in the first one. And then with the Solid Soldier, there's another awesome ability where if it's sent to the monster zone to the graveyard by a card effect. So I remember, like, I mentioned to you guys that, you know, I was just doing the play to be it faster, but if I was to go Solid Soldier or Stratos, or if it just happens to linger up on the board, you can get the other effect to resummon Stratos and then go for its effect, which I mentioned in the very beginning, because Stratos is not a once per turn effect. And then Shadow Mist, this is a once per turn effect, so I'm playing double of that. And then 2 copies of Vion, because obviously we can send Mali, and it's part of the Vision Hero engine, and then 2 copies of Increase. I probably would run 3 Ferris now, thinking about it. 3 Eclipse, because Stratos is the most important thing, and although Solid Soldier can be very important, this is a no-brainer in Hero decks. This is just for those extra follow-up plays for the build. And then we got Rhoda, that Desires you can not run if you want to. Again, I'm powering through the deck just for the content. I didn't even use it in the gameplay. I don't think it's bad in Heroes though, because like a lot of times, like turn 1, you go for your Mali, and then if you want to, you can run Desires, draw into your hand traps. You can even draw into this, but again, this has to be 2. And then 3 copies, new card, greater polymerization, and the Lunar Eclipse. I'm so glad we got that gameplay that showed off both in like the same turn. I mean, the whole point of this deck is OTK, although I had some other duels right there. I just want to show off like the deck and its core. It's basically just this combo. And then we have 3 copies of Super Poly, and then we've got I honestly was running, this is like a hero deck that I took apart. In fact, you should probably play 15. I'd recommend probably playing, you know, Ab-Zero is good, Massacre Acid, any combination of these. I'll mouse over these, but the important cards, again, remember, I was doing Nemesis, and I would probably recommend this if you want to take this deck seriously, but then you'd be running, it's spelled like this. I would probably recommend running this set of engine here, and it really makes Mali much more viable. Then you can actually make Bull of the Goddess with 4 negates turn 1, but then you'd actually have to throw in the Assault combo, but you know, that's a video for another day, as I just wanted to show off this simple combo because that's what's new. Making Assault, or making like a, you know, one of those Assault Warrior turbo decks where you're able to have a bunch of negations with like the Flame Noble Knights, that's done. I don't really want to do that anymore because this is something new. But yeah, the most important thing is just Vision Hero Trinity. You should probably play more than 1. I think 2 is at most what you need if this card gets stopped. But remember that with this card, the monster can't even be destroyed by card effects, so there's a benefit with that. And the most important thing is it does piercing, which the combo is so perfect with this. It's a 5k piercing that attacks 3 times. I mean, that's like a dinosaur or like a Chaos Max Dragon beefed up. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay video, and if you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new here and want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh stuff or have some suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. But subscribe, turn that bell, and you'll definitely see more, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.